Hi friends, welcome back once again. Today let us start the part 2 of the chapter The World During the World Wars. Now we are going to discuss about the World War 1. So let us see a detailed mind map in which we can observe every aspect of World War 1. Here is the mind map which shows every aspect of World War 1. Now we shall discuss about it. In the early, we learned that different countries tried to dominate over the world and make as many colonies as possible for their development. In the return, all the countries fought for themselves to control the colonies and everything. So, this led to the world wars. In the First World War, it was led between Central Powers versus Allied Powers. We will look after the Central and Allied Powers afterwards, but now we will see about the World War I. The first major point. The World War I was started on 28th of July 1914 and ended on 11th November 1918. So these dates are very important in the time of history as they can be asked in exams. Under World War I, we can divide two main important things. Those are causes of World War I and also the results of World War I. Now we will look at each of the following. We have long-term causes and immediate cause of World War I. Let us see the long-term causes of World War I. Long-term causes of World War I are aggressive nationalism, imperialism, militarism, secret alliances, and Balkan politics. The immediate cause of World War I is the assassination of Prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. Now we will look in detail of the long-term causes and immediate cause of World War I. Aggressive nationalism. The idea of nationalism was a positive impulse. Many newly formed modern nations of Europe were formed due to the people's strong feeling of nationalism. Although there was also the force behind the unification of Germany and Italy. But this ideology created pride in these nations and hatred against the neighboring countries. Italian fascism and National Socialism of German Nazis were the other forms of aggressive nationalism in destructive mode from 1923. Fascists promoted aggressive nationalism and the image of victorious German ruling over the world. They also mobilized the Germans against the other nations of Europe. Imperialism. Let us see the definition of imperialism. Imperialism is a policy of extending a country's power and influence through colonization with the use of military and other means. Now let us see how imperialism became a cause of World War I. With the growth of industrial capitalism, European countries like Britain, Germany, and other side US needed to access raw materials and markets for their products. They wanted to invest their growing capital in the colonies. Thus, by the end of 19th century, there was a race for colonies between the European powers. The newly emerged powers like Germany and Italy wanted to redivide the colonies, but the old industrial powers were not ready for this. This created a lot of tension, often leading to wars. The third cause, militarism. Let us see the definition of militarism. Militarism is the belief that military power is the best way to ensure security and to solve problems. Now let us see how is the militarism cause of World War I. From the bar graph we can observe that the military expenditure of the six powerful countries, those are Germany, Russia, Austria, Italy, France and Britain, increased by over 3 times, that is from Euros 132 million to Euros 397 million during the years from 1880 to 1914. Now we will see why these countries spent that much amount of money on militarism. So there are 3 major reasons for which they spent money. Firstly, all these countries had built massive standing armies for their defense. Secondly, they competed with each other in increasing their military weapons. Also, they encouraged people to support wars. Thirdly, a large industry of weapons emerged which constantly promoted the idea of using war as a solution to diplomatic problems. In this way, militarism was cause of World War I. The fourth cause, secret alliances. After defeating France in 1870, Bismarck, the Chancellor of Germany, wanted to isolate France. So, he made a secret alliance with Austria in 1879 and Italy and Austria in 1882. Hence, it was called as Triple Alliance. But also, France made an alliance with Russia in 1891 and with Britain in 1904. In order to protect itself, Russia, France and Britain formed their triple entity in 1907. The Triple Alliance and the Triple Entity made the European powers jealous and suspicious of one another. Instead of real peace, these alliances created an atmosphere of fear and armed peace in Europe. The last long-term cause, Balkan politics. There were many small kingdoms in the Balkan Peninsula. People belonging to many sects, languages were living there. They were being ruled under the Ottoman Turkey Empire. After the fall of Ottoman Empire, Austria, Germany, Turkey, Russia competed for the supremacy over the area. Moreover, Russia and Turkey were trying to control the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea region into their hands for a long time. So there was always tense situation around the region. During the same time, Austria was trying to suppress the Serbian rebels in Bosnia who were against the rule of Austria. Those were the 5 major long-term causes of World War I. Now we will see the immediate cause for World War I. On June 28, 1914, a Bosnian Serb assassinated the Crown Prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. Austria asked Serbia for the explanation on this. Due to unsatisfactory reply of Serbia, Austria declared war on Serbia on 28 July 1914. This was the immediate cause of First World War. As Serbia was on the side of Britain-France-Russia alliance, they came to support it. Germany and its group also decided to jump into the war in the support of Austria. This was called as the First World War. The countries which were participated on behalf of Austria were known as Central Powers, whereas the other group was called as Allied Powers. Central Powers got upper hand over Allied Powers in the beginning of the war. Due to internal revolution, Russia withdrawn its troops from the war by making treaty with Germany in 1917. On the other hand, US also jumped into the war on the behalf of Allied powers when German troops sunk its commercial ship Lusitania in 1917. Thus, Allied powers became victorious in the war. Now we will see the results of World War I. The results of World War I are victory of Allied powers. As we see earlier, Allied powers became victorious in the war. Next is Treaty of Versailles. Another results are formation of League of Nations, end of monarchic empires, economic depression and human loss of 10 million. Now we will see the results in detail. The first result is the victory of Allied powers over Central Power. The second result is the Treaty of Versailles. After the World War I, many discussions and treaties were done. Britain and its 3 allies imposed the terms and conditions of the treaty on the defeated powers in 1919. The Treaty of Versailles imposed a heavy penalty on Germany, both in monetary terms, that is, Germany had to pay war indemnity or compensation to the victorious allies, and also in territorial terms. It has lost its territory to France and other countries. Another result is the formation of League of Nations in 1920. The League of Nations was first ever international organization which was formed as a consequence of the Treaty of Versailles. It was formed on 11th of January 1920. It was formed to prevent wars by trying to settle disputes through negotiation, ensure disarmament and reduce manufacturing of arms. It also sought to work for development, labor welfare and health. It had about 58 members. It had limited success initially but failed to prevent the Second World War. Another result is end of monarchic empires. The Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman Turkey empires were dissolved and broken up into small nation states after World War I. The German Empire too was broken up and replaced by a democratic republic. The Ottoman Empire was replaced by the Republic of Turkey, and its colonies in Africa were divided among the victorious powers. A large number of new countries were formed like Austria, Hungary, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Estonia, Latvia, Finland, etc. Another result is the economic depression over the world. We will learn about it later. And the final most sad result was the death of 10 million people. These included 75,000 Indian soldiers who fought in Africa and Europe on the British side. Okay friends, this is the end of this part. In the next part, we will learn about the Russian Revolution. Thank you for watching.